Beside Malia, I want to talk. I got money, royalties, right? But it's not this video where I'm like bringing up all these pictures and shit like that on this one. And I'm not Barack. I every once in a while I'll swear. Barack, he never swore once. He was great. Anyways, and his daughter is great too. I mean, she is so well behaved. She is like the epitome of what every man wanted a girl or a woman to be in the United States. She's so like humble. She just keeps quiet. She plays her little role. She acts like a little girl, even though she's not a little girl. She doesn't act like a mean woman, like some of them do. That's a real woman there. Her name is Malia Obama. But beside the fact, I'm still smoking Mary Jane. Where do you get it from? Well, I can order it. I can buy it from my local store. They even deliver. It's called Bud's Pot Shop in my area. Whoa, look at this. 8 charged. When was this? 2 years ago. What a coincidence. What was 2 years ago? I don't know. That's when I first moved into my apartment here in Port Elgin. Wow, even in Southampton. Look what they did to Southampton. Wow. Southampton used to be like this very quiet town where an old person could lay back and enjoy their home, and they turned it into like just like a Sauble Beach. Welcome to Southampton. See, I used to love Southampton. When we had our winter rental there, I stayed there in a mansion, what they would consider a mansion. Hey, who owns it doesn't matter. All I know is, wow, what they did to the place. There used to be this, and it's the police that did it to the place. Look at this news report for the place. It even looks like the police. It matches their logo, doesn't it? Look. Because it's just the seizure of their same narcotics they just sold to everybody. The police sells it to you. The Saugatuck Shores police sells it to you. Right? We know that. And then they wait for you to collect the cash. And then they seize it from you and pretend you're the one that's the illegal and they're the real illegals that are causing the crime. Look at this. More arson. They're famous for causing arson in this community. From Southampton to Port Elgin, all the way down to Teeswater, they're famous for causing arson. I guess this is an old photo of some marijuana myths debunked at Port Elgin platform. They're not very good at their photos and their videos. They don't have a news outlet doing videos. They just have pictures and writing. Whew, pictures and writing, eh? That's as bad as these goddamn home manufactured weed products. Look at this. Port Elgin couple charged after kids ingest pot infused candy. Well, guess what? Port Elgin's got a guy doing videos now. That's me. So congratulations, we made it now. But how I seen it was, that was Port Elgin. You went to Port Elgin, you could get your tattoos and you could buy your marijuana, and then we could go home. That was Port Elgin, right? That's the big city. Not Southampton. Southampton was supposed to be like this place. Port Elgin's just over there, but we're a little bit more quiet here in South. And we paid the extra money to live here in South, and all that was how I seen South. It was like this Mennonite area and all that. You could get fudge, fresh fudge. They get freedom of speech. Public opinion. Anyways, but we got a marijuana dispensary here in Port Elgin, and guess what? They got one even in Southampton. There's so many dispensaries, it feels like they're shoving it down your throat. They used to have this beautiful place in Southampton. It was called what was it called? Everybody loved it. The kids, they don't really care about the kids. They touch the kids. I seen that when I went to court, and I seen a little 18-year-old boy get his bum raped by a police officer. Yeah, we used to just walk around south like that. Now it just smells like dope. You got dope heads walking around. The police think the dope's good. They're threatening all the older ones that bought their homes in south. And there used to be this, can I find it? There used to be this, it was an ice cream, poutine, all that shop in south. You know, they're smoking their marijuana. They get it. Everybody's gone, right? So then we want to go grab something to eat, right? You can't just go to the meat market all the time. I used to live in South. I'm a customer of the meat market. You can go there and ask, Thomas, or, well, maybe you know him by Stacks Millie, has he ever came in and bought like a big elk steak and some truffle sauce? And they'd maybe say, yeah, he had, and he was a big customer of the Alcebia. That's when I lived in South, back when it used to be the real Southampton, the one I remember. It was one, and now they expect you to go get your out of the freezer. Okay, do you see who we put in power? It wasn't ourselves. It was like this illegal organization that wanted you to be put in a freezer. It was a place like this. Dads would bring their wives and their children. It was an experience. You would stand out front, wait in line. It wasn't just ice cream. You could get hot foods. And that place is now a marijuana dispensary in Southampton. So we have 3 or 4 marijuana dispensaries. Everybody wanted to get into the marijuana business, but there was no thinking. It's munchies and marijuana. So what happened to all the munchies? And why is it all marijuana? Like, do you want people to just get reefer madness? And that might have been the goal of the police. Hey, let's screw it up all for everybody and cause them to get reefer madness so we can make it illegal again and just make this big money thing. When it was supposed to be about freedom and legalization, they turned it into reefer madness again. And the only person that can stop it is somebody like me with the support. Stop supporting that CharbaNO. He's the one that's causing the reefer madness. He's the one that's stopping the good businesses from thriving and wants it to be all drugs. We even have the illegal drug dealers. They're selling it. And we're looking to buy ice cream and all that. And you can't even find it anymore because CharbaNO kicked it out. The same CharbaNO that doesn't do anything. The same CharbaNO that has one photo. The same CharbaNO is the reason why you're mad and you're on your way to violating the law because you and your family can't go enjoy your favorite place in Southampton. That was CharbaNO. It was called Chips Ahoy. Here it is here. They had homemade fish and chips. They had burgers. They had Greek food. They had everything. You could walk up. You could sit. I remember sitting there with a girl and her dad. And she gave me a look, and it was a wonderful experience. And the dad felt he felt empowered. It was a good, like it was a place that the community loved to go to. They've changed it to a marijuana place now. When we have enough marijuana places now. I don't know what to say about it. Now it's called Cannabis Grey Brew Southampton. And then there's another one, Happy Spot. And then there's another one, Stoner Station. And then there's another one in Allenford. And then there's another one in Port Elgin. And then there's another one, Original Green. And then there's another one, Riverside. And then there's another one, Bud's Pot Shop. And then there's another one in Allenford. And then there's another one, Tokyo Smoke. And then there's another one, High Supply. And then there's the guys in the streets. And then there's the police. And then there's another one in Southampton, the O Store. Like, what the fudge? I like the renovation they did to it, but shouldn't it still be that other store? What's up with all the drugs? CharbaNO or CharbaNO? Let's tell them no. We want it back, buddy. We know who you are. You're just a man that wears he thinks he's so mafia. This CharbaNO. How am I going to find him? Nobody even knows this guy. I can't believe I'm putting him on my channel. Watch how mafia our mayor looks. He dresses in these black mafioso. He wears these black mafioso. He doesn't do anything. All he does is scare people. He's not Kumo. He's not me. You can't find him on Google. Hold on, he's on Facebook. Another one of these Facebook junkies. These are what we call, the real world calls Facebook junkies. They think they're famous or something like that because they're on Facebook, and that's not the case. There he is. There's the Mafia Man himself. He's just a Legionnaire. A Legionnaire that looks handicapped. He looks like he has a handicap to him, which isn't wrong. I'm also handicapped. He looks like he's a fake Jehovah's Witness. He doesn't look like a real one. He looks like he's related to that family that lost in court down in Walkerton 7 years ago. And he also, if I can pull it up, he looks like he's a wannabe mafioso guy when it comes to threatening and all that. Look at him here just a few years back in his scary black outfit with his black gloves. Now, this guy don't look half too bad. If CharbaNO wasn't even beside this guy, that would be the big friendly guy the women would want to hug. But he was too busy hugging CharbaNO, and you can see him. He's got the hover hands. But man, Charb, don't you think that's enough? Marijuanas and all that? And CharbaNO loves his... Listen, these guys have been featured in my video. We love this Mexi Guac. So that was a great addition. He did bring Mexi Guac or whatever, hypothetically. Like, he was the one to he helped cut the ribbon at the Mexi Guac. That Guac Mexi Grill. And that place is great. And they got some good prices too. And they're happy with it. But the marijuana stores? Whoa, that's a lot of marijuana. And he's a Zoomer. I never got into the Zoom. We did it one time, but I think he's one of those full-time Zoomers. What's this? It was great to join Team Tom this afternoon. Everything else is great. It was just the amount of marijuana stores. Bring Tom to town. My name happens to be Tom. This is a big thing in Port Elgin. Agriculture is a big thing in Port Elgin. Agriculture is different than the I don't know what to call it. What do you call the abundance, the too many marijuana stores? Do you call it an ill business decision? Do you call it going out of business? And then CharbaNO is going to sit there and he's going to say, yeah, we're going out of business. It was way too many stores. So then he's going to, I've been threatened by them saying they're going to do something to me, steal my assets or kill me, or I'm their next sacrifice and all that because of his improper decisions they've done this since I even came back to Canada in Edmonton. I just got back from the U.S. 12 years ago. I got to see the U.S. And boy, do those Canadians love their pizza. Ugh. It's always just Pizza Hut, Pizza Domino's, and Pizzaville, and another pizza shop, and more pizza. Well, that's why they brought in Mexi Guac. I loved pizza at the time, too, I guess. Ooh, what's this place? To the Moon Bakery and Cafe. So I guess they got other places. Finally, we can see Luke CharbaNO on a YouTube video. Not on his private Facebook. It's sort of like a private community Facebook. Here's that big flag in Southampton that's flying at half-mast because of this marijuana. Happy Canada Day to all the ones that lost their lives to give us this, well, not just the area of Saugeen Shores, but the entire country of Canada is what it represents. What is this bullshit? No, Anita, I don't want to talk to you. And you just ruined my video. Well, I guess that's not illegal. Luke Charbonneau. He's involved with some of your lowest criminal enterprises here in Saugeen Shores. Why I called him handicapped in the beginning was because he thinks he's so linked up. He's linked up with the lowest of the low, like Mike Buddy, who everybody knows is a very low kid. And he's older than me. And he's got abrasions on his face from all the marijuana he smokes. He even stole my iPhone. Thieves, you know. We have them in Saugeen Shores. Mike McCreath is our most famous thief. He stole Danita's bicycle 2 times, her e-bike, and he stole my iPhone. Mike Buddy. Let's show a picture of him. His name's Mike Buddy on Stacksamilly. You can find him. He's on YouTube. We have his identity. Michael McCreath. They don't take people to jail. Him and Charbonneau, they threaten. Look at his tattoos, bud. He's like 40 years old, and his tattoos are not colored in. The lines are all bumpy, right? He doesn't even use this apartment. They got some illegal drug dealing operation going on. After he stole my iPhone, he spent it all on marijuana at Tweed or whatever the fuck. They're a bunch of junkies. It's like this junkie family that's been around in Saugeen Shores for too long. Here he is again. He's always bothering me or whatever. You know? He's obsessed with my e-bike. He could never save up. Here's his friend who has no legs. Another junkie. Charbonneau junkie. And let's pull up another one of Charbonneau's biggest junkies. Oh, you want to look up to him? You can't look up to him. He's in a wheelchair with no legs for being on the side of Charbonneau. You want to end up with no legs? Be like a Mike Buddy or a Charbonneau, and you'll have no legs. There he is again, Mike Buddy. Crooks in castles. He's a crook. Look at him here. Whoa, you can see the severe alcoholism. Look at him. He's even saying, what's happened to poor Elgin? What's happened to Southampton? Charbonneau. As Charbonneau's enjoying his popcorn. And then what happened to the movie theater? Charbonneau ate his popcorn, and his family did too. And all that. He's a horrible mayor. Okay, we got to get him out. He's on the phone with this ugly lady. Like, this lady is the most ugliest lady in the history of Ontario. Can you believe they really gave power to this lady? Nobody gave power. She just took it. And she is one ugly lady. And she's part of the same gang. The Charbonneaus. Lord Elgin. I rarely go there. I have a deep fryer at home. No, that's my e-bike. I've had 2 of them. Pizzaville, they're all right, but I get sick of it. Yeah, that's Charbonneau. He's a big-time drug dealer here in Southampton, and so have fun with it. Have fun with it, and you can just be the Remembrance Day people and all that. I don't have much good to say about it. He makes people feel uncomfortable living here in Sauganaes Shores because they feel like if they told the truth about him, maybe their position would get touched. Another fire or arson caused by Luke CharbaNO. Luke CharbaNO, it's time you step down. You had your time. He's been the mayor for, exactly, he's been the mayor. What about the new mayor? It ain't going to be me. I'm not the mayor. I'm only 20-something years old. CharbaNO's in his 40s, 50s. I'm 20s. I'm in my 20s. I was just a child 10 years ago. Legally, I was a child just 10 years ago. CharbaNO picks on children, okay? Because I am technically a child. 10 years ago, I was 18 years old. The kids think, you're a child until you're 18. Then you get attacked by CharbaNO. Or he touches you and your bum bum. He's a big time touching the bum bum guy. He was like, he was related to that, what was his name? He was in one of my videos. That guy was a big toucher of the bum bums. He even touched my mom's bum bum. What was his name? I don't even remember his name, but he was part of that CharbaNO clique. They're big bum bum touchers. They touch little kids, put in their bum bum. They touch mamas. They touch all types of people. Big time touchers of the bum bums. And then they think that we're all going to no, I'm saying hey, and then Luke's saying, hey, I'm going to take all my photos down. Guess what? We got all your photos in a video now. What's this? Plex. I got a video outside of the Plex. People see me, whatever. I haven't been inside the Plex. But if I did, it would be a great video to show the Plex if I ever did. I don't go into places unless I'm really going into places. You know what I mean? CharbaNO does, though. CharbaNO goes into places. And that's why I love CharbaNO, because he ended up always connected with the Thompsons, the one that murdered the OPP down in Teeswater, the one that lost in court to the self-defense. Here is proof that they are an organized crime group with the Luke CharbaNO, contact with Lisa Thompson, who's in contact with Phil and Linda Thompson, who were seen as unjustified attackers on Thomas Perron-Slote down in Teeswater. Their arguments are invalid. Here's him drinking more alcohol with his wife, or whatever she is to him. Because he doesn't care about people in the community. He didn't show that he cared about Stacks Millie, or else this would have been a one where I said, Luke CharbaNO's the sweetest mayor. He cared about me. He cared about that there was lies against me. He doesn't care. And we are ready to take back Canada from Luke CharbaNO and Justin Trudeau. You think because Justin is my cousin, I care? Justin is worse than my other cousin, Aiden. He's like this fucking whiny little piece of shit that doesn't do anything. He didn't even take a shower when he went to Saskatchewan. Go look at the photo. He looks like he hasn't taken a shower. All right? It's time we take a shower. But man, I feel bad for the fire departments in Teeswater. I feel bad for the fire departments in Sauganaes Shores, and I feel bad for my two family members that happen to be 30-year veterans of Ontario Fire, John Wilson, as well as my other uncle, Floyd Longbottom of Erie. My one uncle is a 35-year veteran of the fire department in Georgetown, Ontario, where I've been to Bethel. Funny, we have a Kingdom Hall here in Canada. Not in Canada. We have a Kingdom Hall here in Port Elton. I've been to the Kingdom Halls. I've also been to Bethel, and I've also been to New York. What is this? Something to make people mad and want to start bombing us? Mosquito bomber. He's from this old time here. Like, just like this artifact was, it's from an older time. He's much like Donald Trump. We're not talking about this guy. I'm sorry that you had to be seen next to him. But man, he must have did something to cause me to make this video. They got rid of Donald Trump because he couldn't wear a suit properly either. It wasn't fitted. What do you know? He's got the baggy fit on here too. Playing the young guy role because he thought it was going to last for him. He thought he was going to be able to defeat the almighty Stacks. He couldn't defeat the almighty Stacks, but he's still our mayor. Hopefully he's smoking a lot of goddamn dope. That's all I know. Because I want to buy some dope. I think it started out with this dope thing. It was like, hey, Tom, didn't you want to buy some dope today? We have 25 different places that you can buy dope at here. Okay? What about Buds? That's your favorite dispensary of the pot. I got nothing wrong with them. Even the one lady there, I'll testify, she is attractive. She was like this native woman. She had the best head of hair I'd ever seen. It was like, wow. Wow. But I think that lady is the wife, okay? They said, why didn't you do something to her? I said, that's illegal. Where I came from, you had to be a Tim Dagnall, all right? It was like you could see the wife and you could compliment on her maybe and all that. But if you touched any other person's wife or something like that, or even anything like, or even if you suggested anything like that, that's a violation of a family man code. And I had heard about Tim Dagnall, and it was once you had heard there was a Tim Dagnall. So the most you could say was, wow, there was this beautiful woman that is with that Tim Dagnall. Right? But these other ones like CharbaNO, they're the ones that are pushing kids like against it. You know, like I grew up. Ask Phil Thompson how I dealt with him. I could have just drove off, stole the Cadillac, you know. Actually, I was the owner of the Cadillac. But no, I did it like a true Canadian. I said, Phil, all right, I owe you money. I didn't leave him high and dry. Right? It's how my dad raised me. It was, you don't leave a guy like Phil high and dry. And I didn't leave him high and dry. And that's factual. He never got left high and dry.